What's crack? That's a moped. Reason I'm driving a moped now. Beep, beep, beep. It's because the Lambo got repossessed. We have no money left. We have lost everything and we're still on the road. We're going down the Broken Heart Boulevard. To the left, you will see Shattered Dreams Avenue. And in the distance, you'll see Gape Mountain. And right in the middle, on the other side of the mountain, is Gape Town. That's the destination. That's where we're going. Don't look in the rear view mirror because there's nothing there. It's all ahead of us. Let's go. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you're all well. We've had Blue Monday last week. Did the video. No one watched it. So I'm doing another video this week. We're going to talk about the week ahead, stocks that we're going to win on. As we always do on this channel, there's always winners and we'll find some. There's going to be a serious amount of memes in this video and I'm going to kick off the first one because we're taking that much of a gaping, there's no latch left.
There's no feeling down there now.
How is your ass?
My arse has got no latch.
And just before we get into the video, if you can like and subscribe to the channel, it helps me massively. Grow the thing, makes me think, it's, is it worthwhile getting out of bed? Kick it off. Last week, pain in the game, bloodbath, we know the crack. I've talked about this on the channel for 6 months. This was coming. The majority of you that subscribe to the channel, and especially the elite members in the course, you are all fine. Well, not fine, just like myself, we're taking a pounding, but we're a hell of a lot better than most people. People that watch other YouTubers, the better known named YouTubers, up until about a few weeks ago, were saying, buy the dip. I've seen a couple of big boys going, I'm all in last month. Well, they're all in and they're all out of money by the looks of it because shocking. I mean, to be honest with you guys, if you have any slight knowledge of the stock market, this was very, very apparent that this was coming. It just was inevitable. There's been many, many signs after signs, and I brought most of them to your attention, hopefully in a comedic way, to try and lighten hearten the mood a bit. So look, we'll go again. First off, is the market crashing? No, here's what's happening to the stocks, bonds, and as the Fed aims to end days of easy money, analysts say. This guy looks human. A head in hands, doesn't look too happy about it. He looks like, it's a funny attire, I'm not too sure what this means. It looks maybe like a boiler house suit. Maybe he's an engineer. Maybe he's back on the tools trying to get money so he could buy said dip. Increasingly, Google searches have been focused on the state of the market and economy, and for good reason. The Dow Jones down, it's all down. We're not going to read about it too much, it's gaped, and we'll look at the chart soon. What is a market crash? A market crash is where it crashes and you have no money left. That's the summary of it. No, all jokes aside, we've talked about potential outcomes. I've said, a minimum 4 or 5 months ago, I took out, 2/3 of my money. It was just sitting there swinging in and out and all that. And I said, until I see a minimum of a 15 to 20% S&P correction. At the start of this channel, when I did it a year ago, I was picking new stocks to find, and we were finding new ones and ones for the future. I haven't done that in months and months, and the reason being, it's just there's nothing I want to hold on, and I think it's become apparent why I haven't done that over the last load of months. There is a lot of people losing a lot of money, and it's not just one particular stock. It's not your stock per se. It can be the market. I'm not saying all your stocks that you're invested in potentially are going to stand the test of time, but what I am saying is it's not just a stock. If you've got a good stock, you'll be fine in the long run, but you will have to buy said dips, and you know how to do that. When the RSI is overbought, that's when you buy. You don't just buy because someone on YouTube says, buy the dip. Lucid, buy Lucid. Oh my God, there's this other guy that I've seen, he was off YouTube for a while, he's back saying he's going to do things better and he's learned from his mistakes, and the guy was a pump and dumper. He just pumped stocks all the time. He's another Irish guy. Said he was going to change his ways. A week later, he's back. Buy Lucid! Don't buy Lucid. Christ almighty, buy Lucid. Sorry, sideways. It's unsettling for new investors, and it would be unsettling because up until about last February, March time, all you have known is buy, it goes up, buy, it goes up. And that's why all these YouTubers are saying, buy the dip, because all they have known is, if you buy the dip, it goes back up. And that is not a real market. I've always said that you have to be careful. So we're starting to get into the worst of times, okay? Now this is the worst of times and things will get better. I can assure you that, but we have not found the bottom yet. These are the charts, stock corrections, yep, it's all going down. Russell 200 down 1.78 and it's 18.6 from its recent peak. So that is a significant pullback. That's more than a correction. That is a crash. Just at a high level, 5% happens all the time, okay? That can happen in over a couple of days, move on. We're beyond that. 5 to 10% decline qualifies as a pullback. A drop of at least 10% is a correction. I would dare say we're probably more in a correction period on the S&P, but a fall of 20% or more is a bear market. This is what I've been watching, and this is where I'm going to focus my attention on. This is what I did, and this is a shout out to my course members. I did a detailed video on this. I explained what we're going to do this week, how we're going to make some money this week. I'm not going to go into the detail here because that's for my course members. The link's down below. I like a full candlestick below. I'm being very pernickety with it, but I would say that we need another day. Trust me, if that falls one more wee bit below that 200-day moving average, it is over. Because if we look at Netflix, for example, again, another stock that everyone was surprised that when it fell, you shouldn't be. Here's a 200-day moving average. It fell way back. We would have been out of this on the 3rd of January if we were in this trade. Course members know the crack. If you didn't know all this and just stuck to the 200-day moving average, you would have sold before and you would have saved yourself potentially a 32% drop. And everyone seems surprised. Why did earnings make it fall? It was just the straw that broke the camel's back, but it was going that way. Other grim news, if we go into FinViz, we can see here, Lemonade, Peter John Sheldon, chief executive, is selling his shares at $33. He's waited for an 85% drop and then he's went, well, this could get bad. I might pull out now. So he's pulling money out now, guys. So does he feel like they've reached the bottom? Someone else messaged me, what about Alpine 4? I'm pretty sure we got profit out on Alpine 4, but I haven't been in Alpine 4 in a long time. Alpine 4 on the day chart looks grim. Really grim. We'll blow all our averages. I think a fundamental change can get things shifted, as we have seen with the likes of Active Blizzard. So things can happen, of course, fundamentally, that no chart's going to tell you, I must say that. Do your own due diligence. Alpine 4 might be fine. But of course, don't go EMB. Is it just an American thing? No, it's not an American thing. It is a worldwide gape kind of thing. And if we look at our exchange traded funds, not much better. Surprise, surprise, it is the likes of the SQQ, up 8%, but on the week, it is up 23%. And that's where I will bring you to now, my friends. Where do I see the winners coming this week? Well, behold, there really isn't any hope in blue hell of finding a stock. Now, everything is below all the averages. I wouldn't touch too many stocks right now, apart from Codal Minerals. Big burner in the guys, big week. Maybe could be next Monday. He did say January, and we do have 6 trading days until then. SQQ, these things are doing well because the markets are going down. So we have been in and out of this trade. I'm not a big fan of holding these things overnight. I hold some closed positions. I do bits of jiggery, but realistically up 20% on the week. And the way things are going, I foresee us potentially going, better, going down that way. We are now below all our averages. The big stock that I am going to keep my eye on this week is Apple. I've been saying on the channel for 4 or 5 months now that it is in a bubble. It is going down. We have a serious drop still to come before it tests our moving average, and we can see historically for a long time it has touched and just went back up, touched, and just went back up. And ABML had a great day. It finished almost 17% up. People that say TA doesn't matter drew this line at 53 cents, and we literally pretty much touched it and went back up. So hopefully that is said bottom on ABML. It could be, it might not also be, so we'll just have to watch it carefully. I did buy at 65 cents, as I said in my ABML video, so that's been a good trade so far. ACI, Albertsons, I bought this as a bit of a hedge. To be honest, I regret buying it. Probably should have, and again, hold your hands up, we always make mistakes. I think the intentions was right. Good play in a recession. However, we've not reached said recession. I think this needs to pull back and then it'll be a runner. But look, I've adjusted, took a bit of the money out. I'm still leaving in some. I'm going to get a dividend payment coming up, and I'm just like, you know what it is. Let's leave in, a couple of grand and just, whatever sort of things. Bitcoin then, unfortunately, guys, it's a horror show. We're taking one hell of a gaping on the Bitcoin dream. So I sort of topped up in and around this level, around my birthday actually, thinking, okay, we're maybe going to go to 100K here. Let's see what it plays out. it didn't, we went down. So I haven't bought any since October. So it's been over 3 months now, and yeah, I think we're gonna see 30,000. So the week ahead, Federal Reserve's meeting is Tuesday and Wednesday is the big event of the markets the week ahead. With investors hoping for more guidance on the central bank's plan to raise interest rates. Some of the big chips said 3M, IBM, Intel, Caterpillar, American Express. Two of the biggest stocks in terms of market capitalization is Microsoft, Apple, who will report Tuesday and Thursday respectively, and then Tesla reports on a Wednesday. All eyes are on Apple for me. I feel that they've been in a bubble. I don't want to say they're going to go down because you're literally betting on something to go down when all it does is go up. I think they might do well, but I know from people inside, shout out to my man Dean, he's a phone shop guy, and he says, you know, they can't even get phones into the store, so there's clearly a supply issue there, which is bound to have an issue. But then the subscription packages, the TV, you know, that has been growing over report to report, so potentially that could, you know, bridge the gap. We'll see. Tesla are going to smash it, but the market knows that, so it could pull back. I'm not playing earnings. I'm going to try and pull out all the rest of my Tesla as I normally do, but I think I'm just going to pull it all out now. And obviously the Fed meetings are huge. If we can get certainty, and I think this is all we need potentially to get some sort of rebound, and this is the optimism, not that I think it's highly likely, but if we were to get some sort of rebound, it's likely to come from the likes of the Fed meeting coming out going, look, this is what we're going to do. Get the certainty in the market. The markets do not like uncertainty. If we have uncertainty, the markets go, so if we can get the certainty, you know, the market's baked in interest rates. If we just know the dates and maybe the percentage terms of that interest rate, it could give us a bit of certainty. Trying to find optimism here, guys, but be very careful. And if this is all making you very nervous, just sit it out. Just sit it out in the markets and watch. The markets trade like 300 and X amount of days a year. You do not need to panic. You do not need to be balls deep all the time in this. You can't sit out and just dabble and play about and just see how it goes, unfolds, and let the dust settle. That's the video. Look, I hope you found it informative. If you have, please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. If you're interested in joining the Discord, all that, it's all down there. I'll catch you in the next day.
Coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.